25 for BYU. Look out, that'll be a constant threat from the Cougars. Get used to the name, just a freshman, Suli Davis. And serving to open it up for the Buffaloes, Sydney Jordan sends it over. We're underway in Boulder. And BYU is smooth on their first attack. Middle blocker, Brielle Kemavor, junior from Virginia. Kemavor has the first kill. There's Maria Spławska just behind the 10-foot line. Cross court from the server, Kaylee Tingy. Buffs a chance to answer. Barilovic fires up high, got some fingertips. And Anna Barilovic off the touch by BYU. Teams exchange a point. Colorado again with the 3-1 win on the road at the end of September against BYU. So the season outcome to this date. CU has the win. BYU trying to split the season with each road team winning. If that would happen for BYU, Barilovic goes sharp cross court and deadens that off of the dig try of Claire Little Chambers. Claire Little Chambers, number 12, had a reach for it, but couldn't keep that off the floor. Kemavor, Uluave, Bauer. Buffaloes are going to put this one again through the Cougars and score on serve. Sydney Jordan still at it. Lily Dwinell up front for Colorado, puts a smile on Lily's face. But Kemavor, Uluave, Bauer, Little Chambers, it's Elena Wallace, Sophia Callahan, Suli Davis listed as the starters today for BYU. Rundown set there by Alex Bauer. Bauer, the sophomore, the setter from Nampa, Idaho, going to get another chance here to score a point for BYU. They fire long, deep shot there, tough ball on the third touch. Not an easy finish, and that one was out. Maria Spławska serving. Suli Davis tried to terminate from deep. Swing there by Claire Little Chambers. And the Buffs have net contact, net violation from BYU. Colorado off and running, and Heather Olmstead, head coach for the Cougars, feels it and takes a timeout with just 6. Meeting again. Seems interesting. Serve here by Spławska. Shot is good. That got in on the wide side over there, down for Brielle Kemavor. And 2 points for BYU, both from the middle blocker Kemavor, junior, as all the offensive scoring for BYU. Dwinell is blocked. That was hammered back. Suli Davis there with Kemavor alongside. Suli Davis listed at 6'2", freshman, Little Texas and Hawaii in her hometown listings. And now an ace serve in the far corner. Dances off the floor. Claire Little Chambers will serve again after her ace. Tip by Dwinell, played, diving in. Setter and libero had the first 2 touches. Colorado goes to the net. Shot went into the net pretty firmly, but Kayla Payne was up front to put the pressure on with the presence on the third touch. Gave a block assist to Lily Dwinell and Kayla Payne on the play. Back set and some thunder on a slide from Brielle Kemavor, the middle. There she is again, 3 for 3. Those 3 attacks all have pounded the floor. Out goes Kemavor. Elena Wallace is in up front, along with Suli Davis. Davis trying to meet Kayla Payne, and that ball is a 2-touch there. 2 fingers held up at the net. Payne, the presence up front for the Buffs. Alex Bauer, the setter, going to run to this ball, get it up in the air, and let Suli Davis go to work. Nice swing by Davis. Suli, her first kill on her third attack. The first two were errors. So she was -1,000 hitting. That's bad as it gets, but that won't last long. Davis gets the kill. Tough serve received by Barilovich. Ryan Findley, second touch, put it over. Peyton Neal in there for the Buffs, put that ball up, and Kayla Payne put it back down. First touch to Peyton Neal, and the final touch, Kayla Payne. Payne has two kills now, 2 kills on 3 attacks. That one was her second. 1 block for Kayla, who now heads off. It's Spławska back in up front with Finley and Sydney Jordan. Serve is long and out. Error. Inez Loshada serving. The double libero jerseys for the Buffaloes. Loshada comboing with Sarah Morton. Morton not able to serve down the lengthy backstretch of the season. And Loshada comes in, throws that top spin jump serve out, and sends it long for an error. Back row Barilovich leaning in, and yow, heavy wall there. Solo job from Elena Wallace, creates her own wall. Beautiful coverage in the middle, just squared up with Barilovich. Had a great approach to Anna Barilovich from the back row, was flying in with great body angle. And there was Wallace. Elena Wallace, one of the seniors on the BYU roster. Sydney Jordan has a kill. There's Sydney's first attack of the day, and it's successful. Down to the floor it goes. Buffs maintain a 1-point lead. The redshirt junior and senior day honoree Ryan Finley serving for the Buffs, who lead by 1 in the first set. Hard serve from Finley, hit a fastball there. It's handled by BYU. Back row tip, diving in is libero senior Sarah Morton. Short ball over on the third touch from Jordan. Great dig, beautiful pass. Back row Barilovich. Little Chambers gonna go again, and she's blocked again. Hands all over it. Claire couldn't carve through the Buffs defense. Once a diving dig from Sarah Morton, and then great coverage at the net. Big, loud block as Dwinell and Spławska go up. The way the stats work there, when 2 blockers go up to create the
BYU is challenging net.
Net challenge here. When 2 blockers go up, even if one of them makes the contact, it's a split block, or they score it as a block, but a block assist versus a solo. So if one player goes up, like Elena Wallace did a moment ago, she gets the entire block to herself. Kind of like a boost her up a little bit before this serve comes from Hannah Billiter. Billiter's serve is received by Morton, who left the pass a little deep for Finley, and that sets up a block for BYU. Jordan tried to do something with it, but that deep ball created distress. Morton right away on the server, she clapped her hands saying, help me out there. That wasn't where I wanted to put the pass, and the block is firm. Claire Little Chambers and Brielle Kemavor. BYU takes the lead at 10-9, and now they'll go up 11-9 on Dwinell's shot that's over and out. Wide cross court, back to serve again, Hannah Billiter. McKinney, Texas, Hannah's home, a senior. Into the net it goes. So it was Hannah Billiter and Elena Wallace and Macy Marshall. Marshall, a senior from Middleton, Idaho. There is Hannah Billiter, the senior from McKinney, Texas, and Elena Wallace from Lehigh, Utah, senior. Those 3 also recognized today. Congratulations on lengthy careers with BYU. Jordan tried to dig that, has it fly almost to, thanks to Lily Dwinell for not letting that ball hit one of our Buff Vision broadcast monitors. Way to go, Lily. Always keeping an eye on the budget, not having to replace equipment. Dwinell with the save. Ellie Mortensen, she didn't get it back in play, but she did keep it from hitting some technology. Ellie Mortensen served it. Anna Barilovich hammered it. Heavy load this year for Anna Barilovich. She has been fantastic. She will, I guess I'm just going to say it, and if I'm wrong, I'll just to say I disagree. She'll be on the all Big 12 team, first team this year, Will Barilovich. Long grind like everybody, but the heavy length of a full season. There's a touch. Dwinell has a kill. Barilovich feeling it, but better this year than last year when she came into the season kind of drained out from her national team play. Lily Dwinell off the fingertips on the block try from Claire Little Chambers. Maria Spławska. Up goes Chambers, down goes the ball through the block. Kill. That is now a team high. And serving Claire at the serve line with her 8th attack. Yeah, 8 attacks. That's the most for any BYU player. Double what Suli Davis has. Davis with 4 attacks, 8 for Claire Little Chambers, who's serving again after she got another kill, followed by the Lily Dwinell attack error. And up by 2 are the Cougars. Wide on that shot. Buffs get an error from BYU on the attack, so off of the serve there, Buffs trying to break that rotation and get things cycled. Spławska goes out, as does Dwinell. Payne back in up front with Finley and Barilovich. Serving is Peyton Neal. Sydney Jordan, Sarah Morton in the back for the Buffs. Back won't have to go to work there. Block's going to get it done. Fresh back in is Kayla Payne. Kayla with family on hand again today. She's off to a nice start in the first set. Couple kills, couple blocks. She's been clean, and there she is again. Kayla Payne. Raise a hand. Celebrate the stuff there on the joust. Sticks it right back down on the BYU side. That'll go as a kill for Kayla. And Colorado back on top, 15-14. Good first set here. Swing, gets the floor. Both sides of the court going cross court. Brielle Kemavor did that from the near side over here, the left side of the offense earlier, cross court. Got it to hit just inside of the sideline of the court, and there went to the opposite side on that attack and did the same thing cross court. Beautiful precision from Kemavor. The dig try is going to go out from BYU. Colorado gets a point back after Ellie Mortensen tried to keep that one in play. Her dig went over and wide, right about where Jessie Mahoney standing now to sub in Audrey Asleason, the freshman setter. Ryan Finley subs out. Anna Barilovich serving, a little more blocking up front here. Up goes Asleason with Payne. Now Audrey's going to get a set. Back row, push over from Barilovich. Up goes Davis, good, big hands on that. Asleason and Payne again go up. Through the back it goes. Morton diving and the dig flies away. BYU, nice resilience in the point. Buffs kind of looked like they had the momentum on that point. Had the block rolling up. Look at that shot around the block with heat on it. Suli Davis ties set 1 at 16-16. 9 attacks now for Davis. She's leading the team, so rotating around here. Davis getting a heavy load in the last few points. That one from Jordan hit the tape at the top of the net. Nobody on the BYU side touched it. And Jordan's shot flies away and out for an error. 17-16 BYU. Cougars a little cold on the sideline over there. Hannah Billiter wearing a jacket. She has rotated around and out. Serve coming from Alex Bauer, number 4 for BYU. Throwing on the extra layer here inside the CU Event Center as the temps have gone down in Colorado finally. Sophia Callahan, a junior outside hitter, has that point. Callahan scoring. A little snow on the ground today, and Anna Billiter from McKinney, Texas says, man, it's cold in this arena. See her over there in the BYU subgroup. Looking a little chilly. She's wanting to get back in, get that rotation around, get me back to playing. The ball goes up, hits the bottom of the center court video boards. That's in play because it came down on the BYU side. They'll misfire on the shot out from Davis. There's a CU logo and a big mesh, gigantic banner above midcourt. And BYU's ball went up, grazed that material up there, but stayed on the BYU side, which lets them play on with it. If it went over, it would have been end of point. Now an ace from Katie Salonga. Tried to receive that serve. Suli Davis had that one head into the crowd. Ace from Salonga. First for Colorado in this first set. BYU with one ace, and now the Buffs have one. Salonga serving again. Hits it hard with some bite to it. This one Davis gets underneath, plays it, and BYU pays that off. Sophia Callahan, second kill for Callahan. Tough set, nice work. Look at that replay there. Alex Bauer athletically getting underneath that. Bauer has 10 assists here in the first set on 11 kills. Burilovich from the back, and that'll get off the hands and over and out. Suli Davis initially thought she might be able to punch that up, and it kept carrying off the fingertips of the block in front of her. Davis tried to turn and run. Burilovich had enough on it. Good heat from the back row from Anna. Love, and I mean it, I'm not joking. I love Anna's controlled and calm clap she often puts in play when Buffs are trying to build momentum. It's tied at 19 right now. Diving is Burilovich, and that was off the touch in front from the Buffs block attempt. Couldn't contain it. And just like Burilovich on the swing, enough power on the attack to push that off the block hands and deep. Claire Little Chambers got it done. Take the jacket off and serve, would you, Hannah Billiter? Billiter, a good read on that along the sideline. She let that one go to the floor and out from CU. So Hannah trying to warm up again. She's serving. And a tie on Billiter. Off the hands, pops. Hannah still serving. She's got a run going here. They score off of the timeout from Colorado, so that didn't work. Buffs didn't turn the tide there. Spławska will put that down with a feathery paintbrush finish, softening that one down through the defense. Anna Burilovich had the previous swing that could not end the Billiter serve, and now Spławska did it. Buffs need some points on serve here. Sydney Jordan served it. Back set for the Cougars. Sets up a finish from Sophia Callahan. Junior outside hitter rotating around to the right side for that swing. And athletic leap, 6'2" outside hitter from Encinitas, California. Torrey Pines High School. Sophia Callahan, nice first set. 3 kills on 4 attacks, a 750 attack percentage. Anna Burilovich keeps BYU off of set point. Cougars have 23. Buffs now with 21 points off of Burilovich. On the finish, and Anna now with 7 kills. That's a match high. 7 kills in the first set on 13 attacks. Hands of the Buffs get up and get it back to the floor. Kayla Payne is back in there with Lily Dwinell. Payne's pumped up for Dwinell as Lily, I think, got the bulk of the contact here and beautifully directed that back to the inside. Often that ball will get off the fingers and out, or off the couple right there at 20 RPI. Sharpening each other before heading into the NCAA tournament. Diving is Sydney Jordan, can't get that back in play for the Buffs, and that does put BYU on to set point. And it'll be Claire Little Chambers who will have serving honors after she had the kill. Timeout taken by CU. Claire Little Chambers trying to ice the kicker here. CU will take their final timeout. Each team now out of timeouts in set 1. Buffs trying to hatch a plan for 2 consecutives who are in their 10th year together as a staff here in Boulder. Out it goes to Barilovic. She's blocked, and BYU has set one. Brielle Kemavor was block combo with Alex Bauer. Bauer one block. Elena Wallace had one. Suli Davis had one. Claire Little Chambers had one block. And 3 blocks for number 24, Brielle Kemavor. And 4 for 4 on attacks. That's a pretty epic first set. Alignments for the Buffs. Kayla Payton wanders her way back to the side. The libero Morton in the back for CU with Sydney Jordan and Anna Barilovic. And send her right back to the queue. Hannah Billiter, who served key points down the backstretch for BYU, serves to open set 2. Lily Dwinell, punch try in the back by Suli Davis. She tried to hammer that back over the net. It went wide, and Dwinell has the kill. Second kill for Lily Dwinell is the first point of set 2 for the Buffs. Maria Spławska serving from the near side of the court. She'll send it pretty much down the line. In distress, out of system went BYU. Pass was not good. Now that block beautifully directed back in. Payne came right back in when Spławska took over the serve. You got the middle blocker, Spławska, serving in the back. You got Kayla Payne back up front. Maria a wry grin. Spławska from Poland. Awesome personality on the mix of the Buffs roster. The block try there. Payne had that one fly wide out. Kayla's all over it, though. She is present and accounted for. Firmly in the mix so far through set 1. The first 2 making 3 points of set 2. Buffs lead by a point. They'll get Barilovic on the swing. BYU's going to find a way to keep that in play. Bauer, the setter, sent over the third ball. Barilovic winds up and bangs that off the block, out off the hands of BYU. Nice dig from Uluwave in the mix. Opportunity on the kill by Barilovic. Up goes Anna again. This one is tipped up front. Davis finished the backside play, and Colorado again is there. Guess who? Said she's present and accounted for. Another tally on the accounting ledger for Kayla Payne. Ryan Finley with Payne on that block for the Buffs. Kayla listed at 6'4". She's playing at about 6'9" so far today. Power presence for Payne. This is identical to set 1. 5-1. That looks familiar. Timeout BYU. That's familiar. The timeout from BYU as she dropped Peyton Neal again serving. There's a cross to Mortensen, and the Buffs going to get this one back on. Not even have to play it. That shot will go out. A little more of an attempt to attack on a free ball, but mainly a free ball there from Suli Davis. She went wide, trying to find a way to get one through CU, but the Buffs scored again. Neal serving again. Mortensen to Bauer, and wide there on the shot, out of bounds, Brielle Kemavor. Kemavor has 5 kills on 7 attacks. First error for Brielle. 7-1 Colorado. Off the block, hands. Claire Little Chambers pump the fist, trying to pump up the Cougars. She'll take the serve. Little Chambers, 6 kills on 15 attacks. She leads the Cougars in kills and attacks. Diving in comes Mortensen, can't get in quick enough behind the setter, Alex Bauer. It's 8-2. Buffs side out after the side out from BYU. Good answer from Colorado, trying to keep that momentum going. They've got an 8-2 lead. Deep pass. Wow, nicely done from the back row. Little Chambers pushes that into the block successfully, tooling the hands in the middle of the net for Colorado. Payne was hoping to shut that down, but bodies flying on your screen to the right, and Little Chambers intelligently pushed it to the left, got the deflection. Payne goes wide on her shot. On the attack. That was a 5-point run from the Buffs to get it to 7-1 that built this nice lead for Colorado. Barilovich has to send over a free ball. Back row, Little Chambers, big dig from Morton, hangs up, misses the center court video boards, and they go to the back row. Finley went and ran it down by the far post. Sent it back to Barilovich, couldn't get the shot to go. Elena Wallace, the senior, number 15 for BYU, in the middle, up front. Serve from Uluave. Swing from Little Chambers. Block had it covered. That was in the net from Claire. (9-5) attack error, no block for the Buffs on that one. Inez Loshada spins it, jumps, rockets that toward Ellie Mortensen. BYU plays it. Suli Davis hammers it down. Suli Davis, it's her third kill on the day. It's been a slow start by the freshman standards. Davis gets a good swing there. Nice angle coming across on the set from Bauer. Davis has attacked, makes it now a dozen times, 3 kills, a deep negative on her attack. This ball's gonna get to the floor, stick that one down between the setter and the libero. Bauer and Uluave diving in, couldn't get to it. Ryan Finley will serve with Colorado up 10-6. That was an attack by Ryan Finley on the second touch. Setter putting one down between the other setter and libero. Twinell shovels that one up at the net. Buffs keep it in play. Libero's second touch, swing there from Sophia Callahan. Sydney Jordan approaches, that block goes straight up. Buffs react to the tip over from BYU. Now we got a duel at the net. It'll be capped off by Elena Wallace. Wallace scoring for BYU, 10-7 Colorado in set 2. Scrambling all over the place, and Wallace finally gets one she can dig into. During the timeout, Buffs video board from Buff Vision showing players commenting on their favorite Thanksgiving food. Seemed like mashed potatoes had the advantage, including Coach Mahoney opting for mashed potatoes. Happy Thanksgiving and beginning of the holiday stretch, wherever you might be. Colorado going to get a kill on a put away off the hands. Maria Spławska in the middle right now for Colorado. Elena Wallace from the middle on the BYU side had the previous point. This pass is long, handled over by BYU, but Colorado got a chance to score. Barilovich fires, dig comes over. Spławska tried to put it back. Block was there. Spławska steps out of the way for Barilovich. Open for a touch, didn't get it. No touch from BYU on a Barilovich on the shot that goes wide out of bounds. Spławska's kill a moment ago gives her 2 on the day on 4 attacks. Man, Anna Barilovich has 22 attacks so far. The most by any other Buff is 7. There's one for Lily Dwinell that works out. Sending it off the block and down to the floor. Dwinell now also Has 7 attacks, 3 kills for Lily. See, out goes Hannah Billiter, who served it, and Dwinell finished the side out. And Hannah gets her jacket back. A lot of the Cougars now donning the overgear. Shot from Kemavor is too long. Chilly. Burr. But before it was only Billiter. Now she's got, let's see, I see 5 subs on the side wearing winter gear here in the CU Event Center. It's cool in here today. Not cold, but trying to stay warm for performance. Jordan goes down to the floor, can't dig it up. BYU gets it back to 13-9. Dancing. Just staying active, whatever you can do to keep the body heat working. Brielle Kemavor had that last kill, and now the BYU block, 13-10. Cougars, they trailed 5-1 in the first set and ran down the Buffs. Trailed 5-1 and 8-2, but here they come. 5th block of the match. It was Bauer and Kemavor. Brielle doing work, doing it again. Kemavor's up there with Bauer again. 6 blocks for BYU. Kemavor now with 5 blocks. CU got to play on here. BYU did call a timeout earlier at 5-1, so there will not be a stop at the 15th point scored by one of the teams. And Colorado will stop the run. 3-point run for BYU had them back within a couple. Lily Dwinell makes it 14-11. Peyton Neal for CU has the serve in play, has an ace on the day, didn't get one there, and that's going to let Kemavor go to work in the middle. Jesse Mahoney said BYU a physical team. They'll go off the high hands at times, trying to find the fingertips of the block to use it that way, but with big frequency, they just go power on the block, and that one went right through and down. This serve will also go right on through and out. Serve error for BYU. Audrey Asleason in for CU up front with Jordan and Payne. Serving is Barilovich. Neal and Morton back with her. Second touch lobbed up for Davis. Barilovich frustrated with herself, realizing she probably should have let that one go through and out, but Davis with the heat made her react. Suli Davis climb her way up statistically. Not her concern, really. You just move forward. If you have a low attack efficiency, it's not what you're dwelling on. You're just looking for results moving forward. Davis got one there. Kayla Payne smacks one off the block. Diving try by Uluave. Couldn't get to it. Payne will sub out. Rotation send Kayla back to the side. She's got 5 blocks and now 4 kills for Kayla on 8 attacks. 16-13. Buffs have Katie Salonga serving. Officials checking on something on the far side. Our R2 today, Alexandra Houghton. Line judges Brian Ford, Anthony Buller. There's Alexandra Houghton, our R2, the referee 2. Substitution question was being sorted out at the score table. Landry Hampshire, our R1, the up official on the stand. Landry Hampshire today, thanks to our referee crew and line judges. Down goes the shot from BYU, getting another finish from Elena Wallace, her second of the day on just 3 attacks. Limited opportunities, but she's factored in nicely a few times. Right there being one of them for Elena Wallace. 16-14, another good set going. Set 1 was hotly contested. Seesaw. Jordan sent back by the Cougars block. Gwen Schiff tried to run up to that second touch. Colorado has Gwen Schiff in for the first time today, and her second touch she sent back. No Buffs able to track it down. 16-15. Alex Bauer. That is the third serving error for BYU. They have one ace on the day. Ryan Finley will serve. Finley will return the favor, back-to-back errors. Davis eyes her target, drops it down on Barilovic, who got to the floor. Jordan swings, and Davis can't keep that up. Sydney Jordan, good shot. And Sydney serves. Uluave on the receive. Little Chambers put it over. There's Jordan to Finley. Pushed over by Barilovic. Bauer runs it down to set it for Little Chambers. Buff sent it back. BYU kept it alive. Couple ricochets. They've got it in play. Finley, middle set to Skławska. Second touch. Uluave. Great dig. Diving to center back from Morton. And finally BYU gets it done. I have not seen Claire Little Chambers in person this year. She's a junior. She's fiery. Good disposition, like it, but she's a motivator, and she executes a point. A lot of heat coming from Little Chambers. Jordan receiving the serve. Finley to Barilovic, who is blocked. Wow, big one from the Cougars, and there no guarantees of that, but that's the estimation Jesse Mahoney was sharing pre-game chalk talk today. Finley's going to set it to Barilovic. Block comes down. Buffs keep it in play. Kemavor was helping up Callahan with her back to the Buffs. She'll turn around and miss the shot wide. So Kemavor, I think she thought the play was over. She was very graciously and helpfully spinning to help up her teammate. That ball was still being played up by the Buffs, who get the point on the wide shot. 19-18, so Colorado out of their timeout. They get the result they hope for with a point. A little more traditional offensive approach. Sophia Callahan terminates. Fourth kill for Callahan. Anna Barilovic leading the match with 9 kills. Claire Little Chambers has 8, leading BYU. Serve from Ellie Mortensen. Twinell puts that up to libero Morton, and shot is good from Anna Barilovic. Watch this one, if we can see that line shot on the finish from Barilovic. Beautiful passing to placement test. Anna Barilovic sent it right down the line and stayed in by a narrow margin. 20-19, Colorado. CU has the lead on the serve. Little Chambers swung it. 2 Buffs converge, Morton and Jordan. Avoiding damage now. Morton glides in, and Barilovic gets a big swing. Nice dig from Suli Davis. Little Chambers sends it deep to Jordan. Kayla Payne with an overhand dig by Davis. And wide of the line, long point, and Claire Little Chambers tried to end it cross court, caught a lot of net, and that ball then sailed wide. I like her disposition. I want Claire on my team in any sport or board game. Tried to dump there, and that's 2 touches by the setter. Alex Bauer flung that into the top of the net, came right back at her, and the Buffs have pulled ahead by 3. Last time out of set 2 for BYU. Cougars call timeout. 22-19, CU pulling 3 consecutive points, moving from 19-19. 6 blocks for the Buffs and a 4-point run, and the margin is 4. Kemavor saw that angle work before. This time Payne got it covered, kept her hands back on the sweep. The windshield wipers moving there, and Payne got it. Peyton Neal's dig try up into some BYU fans over on the far right side of our view. Cougars do have Colorado-based player Anna Blaymeyers out of Cheyenne Mountain High School in Colorado Springs. Got a little BYU support here today. Point for Colorado, got a touch up front, and CU gets it to set point. Anna Barilovich, please report to the serve line. She was up front checking the score tally and then turned and said, oh, me, I'm on. Let me see if I can end this set. 24-20. Buffs try to tie it at 1-1, and Barilovich sends the ace. Middle back row set to Claire Little Chambers from Alex Bauer. Kelly Mortensen supporting the efforts of Claire Little Chambers. Barilovich receives serve from Lulu Uluave, the libero. Just a couple digs today, 2 digs, gonna try to get one there, can't keep that one in play. Got underneath it, but had to do everything she could to extend for it, and her punch went over the top of the Cougars and out wide. Maria Spławska softened that one up. Made it a lunging effort for the libero Uluave. Sydney Jordan, Buffalo's server. Block absorbs it. Setter Finley was behind it to keep it up. Barilovich pops it over. Nobody's home. And that let the Buffs set up the block, but that's a nice job by Suli Davis of using the block. An out of system point. Back goes Alex Bauer. She's going to relocate herself, heading to the left side of the defense. Server Bauer put it over, and all 3 distress touches there. Block denies Sophia Callahan. Davis flings that toward Jordan, who plays it. Barilovich gets a full leap. Claire Little Chambers had the dig. She's got the swing. Sarah Morton, nice hands in the back. Callahan, Jordan pops it up. Another dig for Sydney Jordan. Block try. Morton's there. One had some length to it. Sydney Jordan trying to catch her breath after the point. Everybody needs a moment. Maria Spławska. No real rush here as both sides gasping for air after a long point. Suli Davis gets another one, fires that past Spławska, trying to dig it up. Suli Davis will score. Suli has 3 siblings, also has a cousin who played football at Stanford and Utah, a cousin who played at BYU football, an aunt who played volleyball, actually a pair of aunties who played volleyball at BYU. Diving in is Suli Davis, and the punch over try is out wide from Elena Wallace. Point to Colorado. For Davis, all those family members playing various sports, volleyball, football, BYU, Stanford, Utah, but one cousin played basketball at the Ohio State, who defeated Michigan today, breaking a 4-game losing streak to the Wolverines. Buckeyes a winner, and Kayla Payne's a winner. Solo from Kayla. She waves bye-bye back toward her teammates, not being too rough on BYU, but celebrating that block right there. She gets paired up one-on-one with Elena Wallace. More Kayla Payne. Dare we say, bring the pain. Bring the timeout from BYU. All 3 sets, Heather Olmstead has had to use an early timeout. Trailed 5-1 in the first, trailed 5-1 in the second. Trailing, Brielle Kemavor has 6 blocks for BYU. A couple of middles, getting all kinds of action at the net. Payne's going to get a swing there that's working. slide for Payne is her 6th kill. See Kayla communicating with Ryan Finley on that replay. Good job letting her know her availability on the slide, and it pays off for a point. And now trying to keep that alive. It's considered a back row block. There is the call for the setter Bauer, who was just trying to handle a pass that was too tight. Good job by the Buffs to get up and over that, force the issue from BYU. Hana Barilovic punches that back. Callahan swing was denied. Now Payne goes up with Finley, and that one gets into the head and neck area of Peyton Neal. Jesse Mahoney checking on Peyton. Scary moment there. Anytime you get a shot trying to get a dig that gets up around the face, the head. I think Peyton Neal's going to be checked on now. Officials want to stop that and check on Neal. Peyton was out with injury for a couple matches. You see her there explaining that it got the side of me, not the front of me, and fortunately also it's not great if it just, you know, I hit my head instead of my face. That can still not be a good thing, but in this case Peyton got it in a spot that sure didn't feel great, but she's ready to move on. Sydney Jordan calls out just by an inch. She was right. Gets the agreement on the out flag. Serve just long. Sydney Jordan read it right. Jordan has 11 digs on the day. She's reading balls very well. Leads the team with 11, leads the match with those 11 digs. There's a huge dig from Peyton Neal. Yeah, she seems all right. Big high dig, but nice job by BYU. They get that high ball over. Clean second touch on the set from Bauer. Put it up for Kemavor. 8th kill for Brielle Kemavor. That one with some authority. Ellie Mortensen serves for BYU. Good pass from Neal. And Ryan Finley, the setter on the attack. Senior day for Ryan Finley. She converts for a point. 2nd kill for Ryan Finley, dumping this one down to the floor. Sydney Jordan happy about that. Here's the jump serve of Inez Loshada. Buffaloes block. Splavska and Finley all over it. Got one touch on the other side, but it came back so hot off the block, it was too quick to play it up. Claire Little Chambers on the swing. Suli Davis trying to fend off that big block. Another Loshada jump serve, spins down, received, and the dump from Bauer is successful. Alex Bauer counters Ryan Finley's setter effort of a moment ago. Bauer still up front with Kemavor. And Davis, serve from Little Chambers is an ace. That one got in. It was right on the line. Peyton Neal dove for it. Wouldn't have been able to play it anyway. Only hope was out. She made all the effort she could get. That was just a great spot from Claire Little Chambers, who serves again. Barilovic in the middle of the back has this one. Sydney Jordan. Luave, second touch, libero. Neal, another nice to the floor dig. And that's Bauer pumped up on the block with Kemavor. I think Alex Bauer got that one. Alex, sophomore, listed at 5'11", from Nampa, Idaho, 5'11" setter, Skyview High School. Bauer block assist with Kemavor. Jordan tries it off the hands, punched up in the back from Mortensen, tipped over. Beautiful play from Suli Davis. Teardrop that over the block try. I think it was Splavska and was that Neal up front? No, it was Finley. Neal, yeah, she came in behind it, obviously, sliding in from the backside. Back row was Neal. Now the double sub. Ryan Finley, Kayla Payne are out. Katie Salonga, Gwen Schiff. 10-foot line on the near side. Neal receives the serve. Spławska over her. Jordan swings it. Brilovich setting Salonga, or passing Salonga, who sets Spławska and missed the shot. Katie Salonga on the setter duties here. Got the pass from Brilovich. Buffs. See BYU climbing right toward him. That's a 5-point run now for BYU. It's 12-11. CU has a 1-point lead. Neal, good pass. Salonga to Spławska. Cougars chance to tie the scoreboard. Can't get an attack there. Spławska off timing with Salonga, and it's 12-12. It was 12-6 CU. 6 consecutive, and yeah, you're gonna hear it from Claire Little Chambers serving at the moment, and serving above control. The back there, that was, and got the job done. 13-12 CU. Finley, low hard serve, just cleared the net. Nice serve from Finley. Block from the Buffs, hangs up on the net. Spławska and Jordan had the first touch on that block, and then everybody parted. Backed away from the net. It was Kemavor. She hits it and lands with a fadeaway. Staying off of the net. Meanwhile, the block was pushed back by the swing. It's BYU's point. Dwinell creatively gets that one over. Bauer setting Davis, who chucks that into a hole in the defense. Make it 9 kills on the day for Suli Davis. Morton on the floor, got that going for the Buffs. The shot from Jordan is out on the call, and we're going to get our challenge here from Jesse Mahoney, our first CU challenge of the day. BYU was successful on a set 1 challenge.
CU is challenging. The ball was in.
It's a tough view for the attacker, Sydney Jordan. Right away, she said that was in, but it's a hard view through the defense and cross court to the back. Jordan thought she got it. She looked right over to Coach Mahoney and said, challenge. Maybe another Buff saw something they liked too about that shot. So now the review is underway. Point went to BYU, making it 15-13 Cougars. They will have to get definitive evidence. Ooh, that does look pretty good from that angle. See the shadow of the ball coming down too, and it looks like the shadow is inside the white line. Fans on the center court video boards are giving their well worth a challenge here. DV Sport video replay system. What do you think there, viewer, fan, eyeballs out across America?
After review, the ball was in. Point CU. CU will retain their challenge.
Sydney Jordan gets 2 points there, I'm kidding. 1 was for the kill, 1 was for the fantastic eyesight. She had the vision to suggest we should get another look. CU succeeds and makes the score 14-14, and that's an ace. Jordan, ball don't lie twice for Sydney. Video didn't lie once, and then the ball backed her up on her serve. Bang, and enough to get that to flop over the net. Sydney Jordan has the ace, and Colorado has the lead. Suli Davis is blocked. Spławska, Dwinell. Colorado now with 5 aces, softens it up, floats that one through the block. Hang time from Suli Davis equals a point. Out goes Ellie Mortensen back to the side for BYU. Alex Bauer is in. Bauer with 30 assists on the day, 7 digs, 4 blocks. Big stat line for Alex Bauer. Barilovich, touch up front, dig in the back by Little Chambers, and the Buffs block will waterfall down on the CU side. It's a kill for Sophia Callahan. Another serve for Bauer. Jordan. Finley's set. Will work. That's a touch on the BYU side. Nice play by Sydney Jordan. That was a tough serve. Sydney Jordan, 6th rotation player like Anna Barilovich. And Sydney doesn't always get the eye-popping kill numbers, but just things like that right there. Controlling a nice receive of serve. This shot's going to go right by her. She was middle in the back, and that one nicely delivered from Sully Davis. Read from Davis, who's serving. That one ticked the tape, got over. Dwinell swings, Davis bends underneath it, out it goes. Attack error. Nets bouncing around. Buffaloes were wondering about a challenge there, but they won't make one. Net had some movement on it. Sarah Morton still saying, why is it bouncing then? Shot didn't hit it. 18-17 BYU. Payne swing. Bauer went to the floor, got it.